In this episode, the Boring Company flaunts a brand new test funnel for the Hyperloop. While a Tesla display in Los Angeles will showcase the business history with rare prototypes, a Tesla-backed energy company is building small grids in Rwanda. Full-scale Hyperloop testing has started. Elon Musk's Boring Company announced over social media after 6 months of silence on the company's plans. The post included 2 images, each of which gave us a brief glimpse of what appeared to be sealable tunnels similar in dimensions to the Loop system in Las Vegas and a Tesla Model Y right inside the door. We can tell that this is the opposite end of the tunnel from where we last saw the Prof. Farouk 2 boring machine depart, thanks to a fresh drone video captured by Boring Company's favorite neighbor, Chap Ambrose. Elon Musk was present to see the debut of the newest Boring Company product on October 2, but unfortunately, we were unaware that it had just finished digging the first full-scale Hyperloop tunnel for the business. According to Chap's latest video, the end with the elegant entrance is situated in the center of an interesting firm testing construction site. After passing underneath the road, the tunnel eventually finishes at the SpaceX site, where a new building is being constructed. The fact that there's a cover on the tunnel's opposite end lends credence to the idea that it's a prototype vacuum tube intended to be sealed. According to Chap, the 500-foot tunnel was constructed in 136 days, so reasonably far from the desired weekly digging speed of 1 mile for Farouk 2. But for opponents of Tesla businesses and SpaceX, who have claimed for years that the Hyperloop project has been put on hold, this announcement may have come as a surprise. A theory appeared to be accurate only last week when the business demolished its own small-scale test tunnel in Hawthorne, California. However, since April of this year, when the Boring Company hinted that full-scale testing would take place later in the year, this was the first time anyone had heard anything about the Hyperloop. Instead, it appears that the Hawthorne Town Council wanted SpaceX to remove a piece of equipment that was merely gathering dust, and that is okay. Since a student competition in 2019, the tunnel at Hawthorne had sat empty despite taking up a whole lane of a busy route. Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX, has been dreaming about building a Hyperloop since he wrote the concept paper about it in 2013. It imagines a train or pod system traveling at extremely high speed by reducing air friction in an enclosed, low-pressure environment. Considering the website, speeds up to 600 miles per hour are possible. The idea is quite reminiscent of the bullet trains in Japan. These vehicles can reach speeds about 200 miles per hour thanks to magnetic levitation. The Hyperloop improves on that idea by enclosing the train and establishing the flimsy vacuum barrier. Even a slight drop in air pressure can result in a noticeable increase in speed. A perfect or almost perfect vacuum was suggested in the initial plans for this type of apparatus for the greatest effect. However, as Musk pointed out in his article, sustaining that kind of system is nearly impossible over a long time. Musk planned to utilize a significantly lighter vacuum seal and readily available commercial air pumps to deal with the inescapable leaks. This, combined with his energy products, would create a mostly autonomous system, allowing him to provide speedy, dependable transportation at a fraction of the price of the current rail systems. But, to put it lightly, designing and engineering this idea was incredibly challenging. Elon is currently engaged in challenging initiatives, from developing cars to help humanity move away from fossil fuels to rocket science. So Musk had finally recognized he had too much on his plate when news broke that SpaceX was finally tearing down its Hyperloop test tunnel, and that the Hyperloop would have to be eliminated if anything needed to be reduced. On November 4th, however, we received a post from the Boring Company socials. Let's take a second look at that now. Indeed, it's not much. However, based on the images, it is clear that this tunnel resembles a Boring Company loop. We can confirm that this is a full-size tunnel from Tesla Model Y image inside, at least for a typical loop system. On a rig that appears to be strong, a sliding door is also seen. Although it is difficult to tell from the images alone, this door may seal the system. A negative pressure area can quickly build a reliable seal. This is the tunnel's terminus due to the tunnel's short 500-foot length. It is far too short for high-speed test. The full-scale depressurization of the tedious business tunnels must be tested in this tunnel if this is used for Hyperloop testing, as the Boring firm claims. However, Model Y is an odd addition. It is obvious that the current loop design, which is intended to operate with Tesla cars, is the basis for this tunnel. However, Hyperloop concepts were much more focused on employing trains or automated pods, so what is this car doing here? This might be easy as Tesla demonstrating the tunnel's size using a common example. Alternatively, they must test the effects of the depressurization in the tunnels using Model Y. Not that they don't have access to some cars for advertising or testing after all, but given the virtual hush surrounding the Hyperloop project, it's difficult to see how the use of Model Y here doesn't allude to a functional change. Of course, the fact that it is pure supposition presents an issue with doing that. As suggested by Model Y, the Hyperloop may now be a hybrid transportation system. To demonstrate scale, use it as much as possible. The widest course of action is to wait and watch where this goes. Elon Musk's Hyperloop idea is significant and will impact more than just his businesses. North America is badly lacking in accessible, affordable, and quick public transportation. So it's just encouraging to see activity on this front. Now, thank you for reaching this point. Make sure to finish this video to know more. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe if you are new to this channel, and like, comment, share, and hit the notification bell for more upcoming videos like this. A Tanzania-based business has announced the implementation of a new microelectrical grid which is presently powering roughly 1,000 dwellings into Rwandan village. Zola Electric, a Tesla-backed firm, uses a system similar to a power wall, albeit with a much lower output. Initially, the business relied on a crude solar panel and battery pack system that could run a few lights in radius and charge personal electronic like phones. Over 1.5 million people now have access to energy thanks to that method. However, this most recent incursion into Rwanda is based on a more contemporary mechanism named Infinity. According to the website, Infinity's strength rests on its simplicity of installation and capacity for an effortless upgrades. In addition, faster inverters are designed to help the battery system keep up with main grid power outage faster than more traditional systems. In this two Rwandan village, Zola created miniature grids utilizing this mythology. The project, which constructed reliable, sustainable system to keep the lights on, took around 10 months to finish. The village Gakagati's grid has a 120 kilowatt capacity, which might seem slightly underwhelming. However, Infinity systems are straightforward to enlarge, and Zola anticipate they will eventually be able to double that capacity. It's not a coincidence that these small grids sound somewhat like the energy networks that Tesla is developing. After purchasing the solar roofing startup Solar Cities in 2016, Tesla became a significant shareholder in Zola. This is different from implying that Zola mainly emulate Tesla or vice versa, but the cutting-edge tech companies frequently reach similar conclusions regarding how to handle issues. Furthermore, the situation in Rwanda is unquestionably comparable to the settings that Tesla has previously supported. According to reports, fire would serve as Rwanda's primary energy source as of 2021. Most major population centers have consistent electricity provided by a hydroelectric dam-fed infrastructure. However, rural communities in many nations have little to no access to energy. Mini grids fit perfectly in these settings. Elon Musk foresaw this type of grid as inevitable back in 2016, mainly for location lacking a more traditional energy grid. Companies like Zola can integrate leapfrog villages into these reliable decentralized grids by avoiding the deterioration of aging power systems that many industrialized areas are currently dealing with thanks to the developments in battery-based energy grids. It's encouraging to see that Tesla doesn't need to be everywhere and supports businesses like Zola. The best way to expand access to energy globally is to promote the development of local service run by the residents of these communities. On November 20, a new exhibition at the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles will debut, featuring several historical artifacts and prototype Tesla vehicles. The internal Tesla exhibit will chart the company's progress in electric vehicles, marking each milestone with vehicles corresponding to that period in the company's history. Some of the components are predictable. For example, the original Tesla Roadster, which helped Elon Musk in his fledgling EV company gain attention, the Model 3 and the Model X prototypes, the highly anticipated 2019 Cybertruck prototype, which will go into production in 2020, and Tesla's 1 millionth vehicle, a multi-coat red Model Y. However, two standouts among the previously revealed works are exciting selections and unquestionably fantastic to see in this display. The Model S Blade and Cyber Squad ATV set records at German racetracks. When it flew around the challenging track down as a green hell in September 2021, the Model S Blade, which had not been modified, raised a lot of controversies. Soon later, Tesla returned to a track with an improved model that included a reactive spoiler and more features you'd expect from a record-breaking racer. The unmodified Blade, however, created a major splash and worked wonderfully for Tesla. The Cyberquad is undoubtedly an odd but positive entrance. Unfortunately, since the Cybertruck's debut in 2019, we have not seen much of this car. It was initially offered as a children's ATV, cost $1,900 to purchase from Tesla's store. However, it had yet to be produced in significant quantities before a safety recall pulled it off the market last month. The kids version has a top speed of 10 miles per hour and a 36-volt lithium-ion battery that allows it to go more than 15 miles on a single charge. Although not much else is known about its capabilities, the Cyberquad model shown in the LA exhibit is an adult prototype. It would be fantastic if this exhibit generated interest in this quad bike. Given how young the firm still feels, seeing a Tesla exhibit is odd, but they deserve one. Regardless of your feelings about them, it's fantastic to see Tesla receiving credit for the significant influence they already had on the automobile sector. And that's it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe to be updated for more upcoming videos like this. Before you leave, did you know that Elon Musk wants to radically transform the trucking industry with the help of the Tesla's new electric semi? 5 years after Tesla first proposed this idea to change the logistic and freight industry, the semi-electric vehicle is finally in production. According to the Tesla CEO, 50,000 of these will be produced in 2024, and the company is poised to increase manufacturing during the ensuing 12 months. But where will Tesla construct these massive vehicles? To know more, click and watch this video here.